Hey there, folks. So, my greatest fear is that I've been turning this into a bit of a habit, getting videos out late. This time around, though, I had a bit of an excuse. And that excuse is that I'm a dum dum. And the reason why I say that is because this video was edited, recorded, ready to go, ready to get up online. But it was late, I was tired, and the my computer needed to do an update. So I waited for the update to finish. And once that was done, for some reason, my mind lapsed, and I thought I had already posted the video. So, thinking that I already posted the video, I looked at the my program that I edit the video on that's in iMovie, and I thought, well, I don't need this anymore. No need for this to clogging up all my or some of my memory. I might as well clear it all out and good to go. And then I just went to bed, didn't think anything of it. And I got up this morning and I figured, well, all the materials I get, all the videos I recorded, I don't need those anymore. I might as well clear those off. And when I opened up the file, because I have the finished file, the finished video file, in the exact same file with the materials I use, like all the videos I recorded and all that. Yeah, it was only the materials that were there, not the finished version. And then I looked up online and I realized I totally overlooked that I didn't post the video. So this is my fault. And so I forgot to post the video. Now I have to re-edit it all over again. So, and here I am getting the other video ready to go, recorded, and I was about to get editing that when I realized I made this mistake. So I'm double editing right now. I'm going to be double recording. So yeah, that's that's the excuse for this time around. So once this is done, I'll get this up there, and then I'll edit the other one. Hopefully, get that up too. Or I shouldn't fall asleep because I had a cup of coffee not too long ago, even though it's kind of the middle of the night. So I'm in for a rough night. We'll see how things go. See how things play out. It's my own fault to get in my own way. Let's say. So moving on. Now that I've explained myself and told the excuses and whatnot, I'll talk about the actual picture. So this image, um, for this Inktober, it was ancient was the prompt. It was the theme, and ancient is relatively easy. I mean, you could make like an ancient statue, you can make an ancient artifact, you can make an ancient record. I mean, yeah, it's a little open ended, but it's one of those fun open endeds. And I've always liked the idea of like a Indiana Jones or a Tomb Raider esque thing where you're finding ancient civilizations and ancient histories and going out and finding it. So I thought I'd do something along those lines. But I was having a problem because the only thing that was coming to my mind, because I was thinking Indiana Jones or something like that, but then what came to my mind instead, oddly enough, was the head from The Simpsons. It's like that big stone head, like it was the episode where Bart Simpson donated blood to Mr. Burns to keep him alive and to give him new life, and in the end, like shenanigans ensued, but in the end, Mr. Burns did something good for him, and he decided to go out and get this ancient historical head, which I think they were just making stuff up. So I don't know if there's any historical context about that head. I know it's spelled with like an X apostrophe something or other. It's a very long name. So I thought I'd do something like that. And so the head in the background is from The Simpsons. And I was actually having a lot of fun with it. Oddly enough, while drawing that, I kind of mixed my medias a little too much. And some things came out good, some things didn't. If you look at the guy, the fella, I actually started drawing him more like a Simpsons character with the big eyes. And you can sort of see some of that, some of the little cartoony proportions, which is what I thought I was going to go for. But when I started drawing the head in the background, um, because I was doing a front face view, I started bringing out the rulers and my French curves. Those little clear curvy things I use every now and then to get proper curves and angles, and circular tools, and my stencils for all the various different circle sizes and everything. So I started doing all of that, and the head started becoming more and more realistic as I started drawing it because I had all these lines and rulers. And I realized that when I ink this, I'm not going to use any rulers because I want to have a rough weathered look. So if my lines aren't perfectly straight, it's actually a good thing because it shows that something's been out in the weather for quite a few years or centuries in this case. So I started doing that, and I was having so much fun working with the head in the background. I realized that the character in the front is still kind of a cartoony thing, yeah. People are things. But then I thought, well, I have a bit of a proper proportion thing going on. I have a man on one corner, and I thought I'd put a woman on the other side. With her, I just sort of rushed a quick sketch, so it feels like three different art styles when I look at this image. I got the head with a lot more detail, a lot more. I don't know if I want to say realistic, but a lot more cross hatching to give it more of a textured look and a bit of a cartoon, no, sorry, not cartoon, comic booky kind of feel, especially also with the shadows from the leaves, which I was debating what not to do more of, but then I ended up doing a lot more cross hatching to give like a gradient feel from light to darkness, so that way you have a transitioning into the forest. Um, I I really like it. It was a lot of lines. It was a lot of excess work, but I think this one's actually my favorite out of all the things I've done so far. Um, there's a few accents, a few mix-ups, but oh, I just loved working on the all the little cross hatching on the lighting effects on the stone, and then getting the texture and the weathered and everything else. This one was for me was tons of fun. If I had to change anything though, I'd probably go back and redraw the human characters and give them an equal realistic kind of a tone to them, or maybe not. Maybe I'd go back and give them more of a Simpson look. Maybe that be more like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where the characters are cartoons and the background has more of a realistic tone. That might be fun too. Actually, that does sound like fun. Maybe I will go ahead and do something like that, which would be good. So it's not all the time I get to do a lot of details in backgrounds, mostly because like the problem with being an artist is like you really get invested in characters, but not so much into the atmosphere around the characters, i.e. the backgrounds, clothes, character, other such things. But those are essential to storytelling because it helps ground them in a type of reality, into a type of you know, like it just sort of grounds them into whatever it is that they're in. So backgrounds are very important to do when drawing. So it's something I think I struggle with, but I think a lot of artists do because we really fall in love with characters, not objects. But we really need to invest that into there. And I know I definitely need to spend more time doing that. Well, that's it for now. Hopefully, I'll remember to upload this. Yeah, here's hoping. Here's hoping. If you see this, then I did good. I did good. All right. Well, I'll probably talk to you probably in another, 15 to 20 minutes whenever I get the next video up. Well, that's it for now. I'll talk to you then. Bye.